Hello heroes, Joe Smith here. As you can see, the last of the snow and ice is finally melting here. Actually got a decent day today. Got the shorts back on again, of course. Out here grilling some steak. But had a customer stop by the baseball card store yesterday, and I've had a lot of people like him come by in the past. They'll call up or come by and say, "Oh yeah, I got all these old baseball cards or basketball cards or football cards or whatever." It's like, you buy cards from people? And it's like, yeah, that's kind of how you get most of the inventory. Other than stuff had as a kid growing up. Then my mind bring it by. And then most of the time, most of them actually do come by. About half the people that call don't ever come by then. Or they're like, "Well, how much you give me or whatever? I can send you pictures." It's like, well, you gotta see the condition or whatever, see what all you got. And then they act like, "Well, you can't tell me what you're going to give me. I'm not going to bother," or whatever. And I get a shitty attitude like that. It's like, well, fine, if you're not in that big of a hurry to sell, then I'm not in that big of a hurry to buy from you either, then. Got plenty of other people calling up wanting to sell me their cards. But yeah, it's just mostly commons. There's like a Frank Thomas and a Griffey in there, but like dollar cards probably. I just had a Walmart bag, small bag, with several stacks, kind of wrapped in rubber bands, and the corners were bent, and the sides were damaged from rubber bands, and then some of them kind of all bent up and wrinkled or that, and it's like, "So how much you give me for all these?" And it's like $2. And actually, you probably should have only offered $1, but Griffey and Thomas, and then there's all a few other cards that are just players I liked growing up, like Piazza or that. Nothing valuable or anything. Mark Grace, who played with the Iowa Cubs, all one of his in there, so figured probably maybe find a dozen or 15 cards that are just players I'd like to add to my personal collection of cards from those players. Basically, was worth paying $2, and then the rest probably put in a bag with, or put dollars price tag on the rest, or give a handful away to kids when they come in and buy something for free or that as a bonus. But doing that with some of the junk cards, basically. But it's like 2 of the whole or that's like, well, that's probably as much as I'll get for them all with them in that condition. But you end up buying a box though for $5. That way you could at least put them in a box so they didn't get messed up worse. So you'd say you just give them to kids or something. And there's a lot of other people, so I'll just keep them or give them to the kids or whatever. Or grandkids maybe, or that. It's like, yeah, sorry, I just really don't got anything of value there. And take care of the stuff good enough, and or they're just what's called a junk wax era from the early 90s or mid 90s, when they just overprinted them, printed too many, and now everyone's got them and nobody cares about them. Like, or else people have come in with like newer cards, autograph, or higher dollar cards, or like, "Oh, this cart here is listed on eBay for $200, and it's like, yeah, that's what it's listed for. I got another website I could look up to see what it's actually sold for in the past on eBay, and then, of course, the one listed on eBay is like graded with a grade 9 or 9.5 or whatever. The one that they got is not graded, and it's like, well, right there is going to be, 50, 60 bucks to get graded, and then if it don't come back, or comes back at a, it'll come back, but saying that if it don't come back at 9 or 9.5, and if it just comes back with an 8 or something like that, then it's not going to be as valuable. And if it comes back with too low of a grade, then you spend more money grading it than what you can sell it for. Or else when they are comparing apples to apples, so when it's like listed on there, it's like, yeah, that's what it's listed for, that's the asking price. Let's look up, see what it's actually sold for. And it's like, well, here's one where it sold for 125, here's one where it sold for 150, here's auction where it went for 110, here's the best offer accepted for 115. So it's like, I'm going to assume that I can sell it for 100, so I'll give you like 20 bucks. But like eBay got like about 15% seller's fee on cards, on sports cards and that. Highest of any of their categories. Like twice as high as any other category, I think it is. So yeah, so if it sells for 100 bucks on there, it's like, well, then there's 15 coming off the top for eBay, and then got 20 minutes or 15, 20 minutes, whatever it takes to list it. It's like, there's $10 in wages, and then add another $5 in taxes on top of that. Payroll taxes or unemployment insurance and taxes and Medicare and all that. And add on the store overhead, building, utilities. It ain't like Joe Smith's doing this out of his bedroom like the other people on eBay are. And I think that front one's probably done good enough. But gotta keep telling everyone, buying like a pawn shop or that. Or they're more or less hiring Joe Smith here to sell the stuff for them. You gotta pay a living wage, you know. Everyone wants living wage for themselves, but then when it comes to them hiring someone, then they're greedy CEOs all of a sudden don't want to pay someone else a living wage. Well, thanks for listening. Just a lot of people out there that overvalue stuff that they have, thinking that a guy probably thought he was going to get $100 for that stuff, for that, and it's like, no, it ain't like you got a Mickey Mantle rookie or something. Well, enjoy the rest of the weekend. Have a great week, everyone. Joe Smith signing out.